One good thing about music, when it hits, you feel no pain. A timely reminder from the legendary Robert Nesta Marley. Hello there. Thanks for tuning in to Jamaica Magazine. I'm Audrey, your host for today's program. Guess what? It's World Music Day, when we celebrate music in all its forms. So, on today's pages, we talk music, of course, and later we bring you to a never-before-seen episode of School Zone. Don't go anywhere.
I remember when we used to sit in a government yard in Trench Town. We observed all the hypocrites as they would mingle with the good people we meet. Good friends we've had, good friends we've lost. Sure you can't forget your past, no way. So dry your tears and say, everything's gonna be alright. Don't worry, my darling. Don't worry about nothing. It's gonna be alright. Everything's gonna be alright. Oh yeah. Don't you shed no tears, my darling.
Good day, I'm Stephen McHugh, and this is your JIS News for Friday, June 21. Approximately 60,000 acres of former sugarcane lands are being placed into other areas of agricultural production. Some of those acreages are available in St. Catherine, Clarendon, and Trelawney. The Agriculture Ministry is inviting investors to develop mango orchards on some of these lands to fulfill the export market demand for the fruit. Jamaica resumed shipping mangoes to the United States earlier this month after a 20-year drought.
The licensing procedures for getting into the United States require global gap conditions. And the best way to do that is to have orchards that are produced at a certain internationally acceptable standard in how it's managed, in treatment of fruit flies and all of that. And then once that is done, the certification for export is virtually guaranteed.
The Agriculture Minister was addressing the House of Representatives on Tuesday. Still on agriculture, more emphasis will be placed on the production and export of milk through a public-private partnership. The partnership is to be established between CEPROD Limited and the government. This will allow the country to target regional and international markets. Portfolio Minister Audley Shaw says discussions are being had with global milk company Rusal to increase the island's milk production. The aim is to get Jamaica's production of milk back to 60 million litres or more per year.
So we're saying to small farmers, go there quick, go get your cow. Right? And Rusal, they want to work with us where they want to grow out more cattle and get the female, the calves, into the hands of small farmers for milk. And these are the kind of relationships we are developing with CEPROD as well.
Minister Shaw was speaking on Tuesday at the 8th Biennial Jamaica Diaspora Conference held at the Jamaica Conference Center in Kingston. Water haulage contractors in Kingston and St. Andrew are being invited to a special training session at the Kingston and St. Andrew Health Department. The training is scheduled for June 27 at 9 in the morning and 1 in the afternoon. Water Quality Officer at the Health Department, Doreen Williams, says the training has been called to sensitize the increasing number of water haulage contractors in the corporate area.
We have decided that we are going to have a certification or a special food handlers clinic to sensitize these operators about what the regulations state, what the food handling regulations states about the trucking of water. Because under the regulation, water is classified as food.
Water haulage contractors are being urged to contact the Health Department at 876-926-155022 for further information. 20,000 French tourists are being targeted for the island by the year 2021. Tourism Minister Edmond Bartlett and a few sector heads recently met with travel agents and tour operators in Paris to market Destination Jamaica. Among other plans to increase visitor arrivals out of the European country is a familiarization tour of the island for 250 French travel agents and tour operators. The launch of a direct flight from Paris to Montego Bay is also planned for the 2020 winter tourist season. Minister Bartlett and the team were in France earlier this week to leverage the Reggae Girls' historic participation at the FIFA Women's World Cup, now ongoing in the European country. And finally, the late former Prime Minister Edward Seaga will be honored with a 19-gun salute by the Jamaica Defence Force at National Heroes Park on Sunday, as he is laid to rest by a grateful nation. Each round will be shot at approximately 1-minute intervals. During the salute, all persons should behave appropriately and respectfully in both sound and movement. The 19-gun salute is an honor bestowed on heads of government, a role Mr. Seaga played as Prime Minister from 1980 to 1989. The former Prime Minister's interment at the National Heroes Park follows his state funeral at the Cathedral of the Most Holy Trinity, scheduled to begin at noon on Sunday. 15 denominations will be represented at the ecumenical service, which will be live-streamed on the Jamaica Information Services website. After the service at the Cathedral of the Most Holy Trinity, Mr. Seaga's casket will make its way on a route to the National Heroes Park. During the walking procession, when the gun carriage draws abreast of spectators along the route, those in plain clothes should stand silently at attention and remove headdress if worn. Uniformed personnel should come to attention. All civilians should remain on the outer boundaries of the uniformed streetliners and follow the instructions given by the marshals throughout the procession. Mr. Seaga died on May 28 on his 89th birthday. Leading up to his funeral, government declared a 4-day period of mourning. Members of the public got to pay respects at several locations where he was lying in state. Condolence books were opened locally and overseas, and several celebratory events were held to remember and honor the man who gave over 40 years in Parliament and many more in service to the people of Jamaica. And that's it for JIS News Today. I'm Stephen McHugh. Thanks for watching.
As promised, our first feature for today is all about taking you on a melodious tour of the Jamaican musical landscape through the eyes of one of its creators. Watch and listen carefully.
The music industry has been quite well documented, and to my recollection, it started more of an effort to play music that other people couldn't play than as an industry. So from where it started, for me, it started with sound system owners who wanting to remain exclusive decided that the best way to do that was to, produce their own stuff. And people saw how important it was. Artists were, coming up. I think it was the birth of an industry. Reggae is the soundtrack of our lives, In other words, it's not like we made an effort to boy, we're gonna like reggae. Reggae is of us, about us, with us, and it has remained true to us as a Jamaican expression. And when I say reggae, I don't make the distinction between fast reggae, slow reggae, ska. I just call Jamaican music reggae. It was very unstructured in the beginning, and persisted like that for a number of years until people like Chris Blackwell saw the financial possibilities involved in investing So I guess it really came to front with the Millie Small, that big hit that he had, and people started to see money. So this could in fact be an industry, and how popular music like ska was, that it gave rise to, you know, songs and bands, and people, Jamaica was dancing and people were enjoying themselves, and it probably was a good time in the history of Jamaica.
Not everybody can do the twist.
It kind of unearthed just a spirit, a creative spirit in Jamaican, and we broke all of the recording rules, but we came up with a product that kind of represented the kind of Jamaican spirit, and that indomitable spirit, and it gave a sort of voice or expression to our Africanness. Like everybody growing up in my age, we had two sets of things. I grew up in the golden age of both Jamaican music and the Motown era and the Philadelphia era. And radio played a lot of American music. We were naturally drawn to the best of American music. But you realize that when you got to a party and they started to play the local section of music, because it was talking about things that you were familiar with. You went, you know, and then you were able to see these individuals at stage shows and parties. So it became even more personal.
Standing at the party, watch me now. Ice cream, watch out. Me a chat microphone from Melico stuff.
Music is just being constantly made. I don't think we have taken time out to actually figure out how we're going to monetize the creation of all this music. But it is there. It is being consumed in every nook and cranny of Jamaica, every bar, everything, and in households. And then we have this phenomenon of this weekly dance, this nightly dance, music thing on corners. And it has opened up a lot of economic opportunities for people in corners, bars, you know, people selling on the road. And so it is almost self-sustaining by the nature of how it is done. So it is always going to be part of our lifestyle. From the 70s, 80s, 90s, Jamaica celebrated a number of great icons. You know, we talk about the Ernest Smiths, the Pluto Shervintons, the Dennis Browns, you know, the Gregory Isaacs, the Alton Ellis, and then we get into the megastar region of the Jimmy Cliffs and the Peter Tosh, and then the Bob Marleys.
I can't refuse it. Oh, what to be got to be. Well, I feel like dancing.
Growing up, Dennis Brown was everybody's favorite singer. So when I got an opportunity to work with him, it was like the crowning, day in my life, in my musical history.
My head is anointed and my cup runneth over. Surely goodness and mercy shall follow all the days of my life.
I was led into professional music through some people that already in music. And the first time I got into a recording studio and became a part of that creative process, I was hooked for life, I realized earlier I didn't have the singing talent like a lot of my friends and compadres, but I realized that my contribution could be through songwriting and later into production and later on into just mentoring young people. Because we have a studio at Grafton and we have a really close association with the Jamaica School of Music, I get a front seat, front row look at a lot of the young talent coming out. And then we have a rehearsal room where we are now, and we have a studio, so I get to see and hear a lot of the young talent and older talent. And here at Grafton we provide a sort of meeting place. I'm really always excited about introducing, new artists to old artists.
Trainees on the main line, trainees on the main line now. You better get your ticket, you better have your ticket, now. One train to heaven gate, one train to one last train to FM Gate.
By now, you should all know that the winners of the 2019 ISA Boys and Girls Championships are Edwin Allen High School and Kingston College. In today's episode of School Zone, we journey to both schools to get to know some of their star athletes. Watch this.
Hello there and welcome to another episode of School Zone. In today's program, we will be visiting the winners of the 2019 ISA Boys and Girls Championships. And as you can see, we started off with the female champions right here at my alma mater, the
Edwin Allen High School!
And later, I'll be hosted at the Kingston College High School, so stay right there.
Edwin win clear again, Friday, forward and clear again. Edwin win clear again, I the first time clear again.
Approximately 20 years ago, Edwin Allen got involved in champs. And the program began with 5 students, 3 boys and 2 girls. And we participated in the championships, and I remember in 2006, the school came 3rd in the competition. And later on we continued, and in 2011 we came 2nd. We tried hard to get the title, and in 2012 we won the title. We lost it by 5 points in 2013, but we were adamant that we are going to take it once again, and we went out there, and in 2014 we won the title, and hence we have been winning since then. I want to use the opportunity to laud all those persons who have worked through the program, and special thanks to our head coach, Mr. Michael Dyke. He has worked unstintingly, assiduously, and he has a supporting staff that works very well with him.
This year was challenging, but we know that come next year, we will still be the champion, regardless of how close, especially Idle might be coming on. They will still have to wait a few more years before they can take this title away from us.
So how can we visit the school without speaking to some of the outstanding athletes on the track team? In a moment, you'll be hearing from the Clayton twins and Kevona Davis on how they were able to do so well at the championships.
Hi, my name is Tina Clayton. I won a gold medal in 100 meter in a new record, 11:27.
I am Kevona Davis, the winner of the Class 2 100-200 in the time of 11.19 and 23.21.
My name is Tia Clayton, and I won the girls' Class 3 200 meters in the time of 23.44 seconds.
First of all, I believe in God. I have a lot of faith in God. I listen to my coach, well, coaches, and I eat right. I try to eat right. I sleep when it is time to sleep.
The only thing I do is train hard, listen to my coach, and do what I have to do.
We train Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. We get Sunday off. And the training time is from 3 till about 6.
While at Edwin Allen here, on Monday, Wednesdays, and Friday we do speed work, and then Tuesdays and Thursdays we do batting exchange.
Track and field is a great sport. It comes with ups and downs, a lot of ups and downs, because you can be on the top at this moment, and at the next moment you are right on your face. You just have to know how to deal with failure. Just know that when you fall, you get up, brush yourself off, and be ready again.
In the future, my sister would like to become a pro athlete and a police. Well, me myself here would like to be a professional athlete and a nurse. To young track athletes, I would tell them that they should always listen to their coaches, do their best when they go there. And if they are looking at high school to attend with a good track team, it will be Edwin Allen.
You're watching School Zone.
As promised, we visited the male champions, Kingston College. Their victory this year is their first in 10 years, and their winning point, 395.50, is the most ever in the championships. In a few moments, we'll be talking to some of the boys on how they're able to do so well in sports while balancing the books. Take a look.
KC has had an outstanding history in champs from before I came to KC as a student, and that's long. I won't go into how long, but that's very long. And we pride ourselves in doing good at champs and most other sports because we work hard for it. Essentially, we work hard, we train properly, prepare properly, so we do the best we can every time.
So we're now joined by some of the members of the KC track team. Just like the Clayton twins at Edwin Allen, we have Gianni and Giovanni, and we have Conroy, and his twin Kenroy is missing. We also have Tyrol and Blaine. And all of these students here are exceptionally bright. They all have scholarships. Some of them are going abroad to study. So we just want to know, how are they able to balance the books and do so well in sports? Guys, tell us, what is the formula?
Well, it takes great discipline and focus, and I also stay off social media in order to get enough rest at night.
Well, my brother and I normally set a study timetable for us to study and in the night when we come from training.
But what time do you come from training? Isn't it late?
Well, yes, about 7 o'clock, but we know that we still have to do our schoolwork in order to balance up everything.
Okay. And what about the ones who are going abroad soon to study? What has been your strategy over the years? You've been in tracks from grade 7, grade 8?
It's challenging, of course, but as the little twin said, we have to set a study timetable for me and my brother. We do the same. For us, we reach home at least 9 in the nights, and we have to take up the book for at least an hour and a half or sometimes 2 hours, just to keep everything on a balance.
And your brother and yourself have 10 subjects in CSEC, right?
Yes, 10 CSECs, 4 Capes, and we are going ahead on 4 more right now.
And what about Terrell?
Well, for me, from the lower grades, I've been practicing how to manage my time, and when I get home in the night, it's very tiring, so I'll normally get up after 3 in the morning when everyone's sleeping, and I work on my schoolwork. Anything I don't understand, I try to look up and execute when it comes to the exams and don't get very nervous.
So what about the support group that you have? Anybody who pushes you to do well? It's not a one-man thing. You probably need help.
Well, yes, we have a staff here that really look out for us in terms of our schoolwork. So they motivate us and ensure that we get every material and equipment for us to do well in school.
And then the KC family is just very supportive. How does it feel, having the crowd at Champs? You guys have most of the supporters, I think. People come out in the purple and white and they come and cheer for you guys. How does that make you feel on the day?
It's really motivating, miss. The crowd out there help to push us a lot, miss. It gives us a little more confidence while going out there to run.
All right, so you guys think you're going to take the championships another year?
Well, of course, most definitely, because leaving as a senior athlete, I've instilled most discipline in my squad as these young twins here on the middle distance. I have Terrell here, who is a jumper and has instilled in Blaine over there. And with the discipline of the side going on, most definitely we take the championship in years to come.
Thank you so much, guys. Those were some very important tips, and I hope Jamaica was watching, because these are the champions and you should be learning from the champions. We've come to the end of School Zone. Thank you so much for staying with us. But before we go, we have some important tips from the coaches of the winning schools.
Well, if you want to become champions, discipline is the key point. You must maintain a high level of discipline, hard work and dedication, because without those 3 points, then you achieving will not be possible.
The main thing you have to do as an athlete is prepare properly. Right? You have to train properly, you have to eat properly, you have to rest properly. And if you fail to prepare, you can't prepare to fail.
And that's it. To have your school featured in School Zone, simply email me at sclark@jis.gov.jm. Until then, be reminded that
you all have it within you to be the champions you want to be.
Take care.
In a few days, former Prime Minister, the Most Honourable Edward Seaga, will be laid to rest at National Heroes Park in Kingston. As we prepare to say our final farewell to this stalwart, here's a reminder of his political undertakings and contributions to nation building.
Edward Seaga's political career began in 1959 when the founder of the Jamaica Labour Party, Sir Alexander Bustamante, invited him to serve in the upper house of the Jamaican legislature. The Legislative Council later became the Senate. His appointment at the age of 29 made him the youngest member in the history of the Legislative Council. He was also the youngest member among the architects of the 1962 Constitution, which proclaimed Jamaica as an independent country. In April 1962, Mr. Seaga was elected Member of Parliament for Western Kingston in the first Parliament of Jamaica. He went on to serve the constituency for more than 40 years. He was made a member of the first cabinet and appointed Minister of Development and Welfare. As I wind up, I just want to indicate here that Mr. Seaga's pioneering recognition of the transformative power of the arts first came to international recognition when in the late 1960s, as Minister of Development and Welfare, he prompted the concept of an international cultural bank, leading to the establishment of the International Fund for the Promotion of Culture, the IFPC, by UNESCO in the 1970s. This paved the way for intangible cultural patrimony like our reggae music to gain a foothold in the international arena.
And we've just arrived at the final page of today's Jamaica magazine. Thanks for browsing with us. To watch the program again, all you have to do is visit our website, jis.gov.jm. Don't forget that you're able to follow us on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. I'm Audrey. Have a great weekend.
He's a legend. Hallelujah. He's a legend.
This has been a production of the Jamaica Information Service, the voice of Jamaica.
Oh, I know.